G'day guys, Matt here for the Bailey's Diesel Group again. It's Friday lunchtime, so I hope you guys are enjoying and on the wind down for the end of the week. I'm going to keep this one brief because we've just seen that we buy lunch for the boys every Friday, so the bloke with the lunch has just rocked up, so there's going to be a mass exodus of fellas here in a minute. They're all keeping busy for now anyway. So, as promised a little earlier in the week, we're going to do a few of these go live, so we're doing another one now. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about the types of quality control and data capture that we have that goes on in our common rail bay, because clearly we take a lot of pride in the quality and the end result of our product, so we want to make sure that we can do that, but there's a whole heap of efficiency gains and whatnot as well, so I'm going to put that in there as well while we're going on. So Sasha's trying to keep his head down and stay out of frame. So the boys here at the moment, feel free guys, if you got any questions about what's going on, make sure you whack it in the comments question below, because I'll make sure I'll get around to answering them for sure as we're going along. So please do put that in there. So what you're going to notice, we have a very succinct workflow to what's going on in our bay. So this is, for example, our pre-build section. So at this zone here, basically what the guys do is do the last of the cleaning, the last of the putting all of the parts together so we're ready to go. And then the very next stage is our pre-build. So at this point, what we're actually doing, you might notice, like we might build, to example, I'll get to it in a minute, but when we build a common rail injector, we might build an air gap of say 50 microns of lift with plus or minus 1 micron. So that's our tolerance window, but they're not manufactured that accurately. So what we do here, this workstation does nothing but test and measure. So literally they test and measure, they put all of the manufacturing tolerances of the injectors into what we call our app, and that actually data captures absolutely everything that's going on. So in this particular work zone, or within this app that we've built for quality control, by the time an injector leaves here, there'll be somewhere between 80 to 110 line items of data per injector. So, and we try to get through about 240 a week, give or take. So there's a lot of data capture going on, but it's very critical to what we're doing, because not only do we want to make sure we're using the data capture to actually help the assembly process and get it right and fast and efficient, but we're also using it as a method of quality control and batch control and understanding what's going on, so that there is issues, we're able to isolate where they started and where they come from and how they go about. So this app has nearly cost us 150 grand so far, and of course it's all web-based like everything else. So I just want to show you, I'm going to try flipping the camera around. Hey, look at that. So this is actually our web-based, so we can go into a different section of the program. I've got this up here not because it looks dodgy, but because it's a web-based program. I don't want anybody knowing the URL. So when we go in, this is actually our custom built program. So you can say wherever you are in the work process will help identify what goes in. So here we're at pre-build. For example, we might be able to pick out, we'll just pick an injector at random. Now at this point, this workstation is all about measuring the injector and putting in the individual injector tolerances. Now, we set the injectors up to a certain level of accuracy, but they're not made that way, so we've got to put all the manufacturing tolerances in, so that when we get to the next few work zones with their laptops, that the actual app is taking care of all of the manufacturing tolerances for us, and then when these guys get there, they literally open up the app, select the injector that they've got based on the serial number, and the computer program, the app, is telling them how to build the injector and what numbers they need to hit. So you'll see everywhere you go, there's data captures everywhere. And yeah, that's why it's so damn important. So like I said, by the time we're finished with this section, every injector will have approximately, give or take, 80 to 110 line items of data. So that's why we've built it. We've built it for efficiency, we've built it for control, but we've also built it for, at the end of the day, making sure that the right product gets out the door. So when they finish the build, they sit here waiting for a pre-val. So we actually have a two-stage dynamic testing process. One, to make sure that they pass our standards, just because they will code. The benches that do the coding are all automated. We don't want any human error there. They're all automated, but they might pass if they're within Denso's range, but we try to make them as close as humanly possible. So we have a pre-valuation first. Once they pass the pre-valuation, they sit on this rack. So these injectors here are all waiting to be coded. And we'll get into that a little bit more later in the week, or maybe next week, I guess now, it's given that it's Friday. So anyway, we're in the process of bagging and tagging and getting everything sorted out. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. We're about to go and enjoy our lunch. Say good day, Sean. Hello. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll talk next week. See you, fellas.